Liandre Gotta Tejus.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Let's roll with the tide. Ride! Ride!
Let's go, chat. Turn up my time for your boy, man, Coach Smook here on the Coach Smook. Smook Scoop here. The AAA family. Let's get into it, man. I had the wrong screen up. All right, y'all. The meeting is being recorded. We have the display up. Let's see if we can pin this. Let's pin that. Yes, sir. Let's get it. All right. Let me see if I got the right look for y'all. Here you go, chat. Hey, this is usually for members only. This is usually for members only. So if you're pulling up and you're not a member, enjoy it. because this is the only time you're going to get it. Tomorrow we'll be talking to defense. Today is offense. So y'all tap in with me real quick. I'm going to join in, get y'all a visual. What is that? There you go. We got action, baby. We got action, baby. Yeah. We got action, baby. We got action, baby. Yeah. What's up? Oh, 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 what's up? What's up? Hold on, y'all. I'm just fixing the screen. I'm sorry. I'm being silly right now, man. I'm sorry. I just enjoy life right now. Life is good for the Coach Smook Network and the AAA family. There we go. That's better layout. All right. Let's see. We got audio. Got audio feed there. Boom. We're good. We're golden, baby. How y'all feeling today? I'll get the comments after the roll call. Let's get the roll call going. Appreciate my my team for putting me on gang. Let's get the roll call going. Here we go. My fault, chat. Trying to get y'all set up. Appreciate y'all for pulling up today. Not just for our members only, but this is just a community live. We in the playoffs, so I felt like it was time for me to be nice, right? I feel like it was a good time for me to be nice. Everybody think we be capping about having access and all of this. Well, this is your proof here. We're going to try to interact and get us a question across today. Got Mr. Kirk McNair. Got us set up in there. Got us squared away. Shout out to Aaron Jordan and the SID team at University of Alabama. Give it up for him, man. Let's do a roll call real quick, man. Okay, I got the full team, so I ain't got to do that. Start at the top one more time for me, Amanda. Start at the top one more time. Let's do a roll call real quick. What's good, Zach? Welcome in, Roll Tide. Let's go. Let's go. Scroll that thing, girl. Come on. You better scroll that thing. Mike Jones, let's go. Roll Tide, baby. He said, can't wait for the first Bama by 12. Let's go. What's the Haps AAA family? My guy, MJ in the chat. Roll Tide. Let's go. Come on now. That's all we got in the chat. We only got 3 people in the chat. Oh, Lord have mercy. Nah, this thing say 96. Offense going to cook this game. We have seen the best defense we're going to face going forward. Roll Tide. I get you. I get you there. I got Kenneth Whitlow. Get you a wristband, man. You look kind of weird out there without a wristband. Roll Tide, Glenn Teague. I see you. Greg McKinney. Roll Tide. I see you. Derek Nix will get Ryan Williams' mind right next year. Glenn Teague. Hopefully he do. That's the prayer. Because clearly he can't get his own mind right. Lord have mercy. What's up, Urban Essence? Roll Tide. Good to see you. Hey, hey, hey. What up, Jarvis? Good to see you. Roll Tide. Glenn Teague. I see you. What up, Coach? What up, Jason? I see my YouTube chat pulling up. My members on the YouTube side, my family, 42 in the chat. We just waiting for the interview to start. I might just leave it up like this. Y'all think this is a good view rather than having a big screen? That way we don't get in trouble as much. Y'all know they get mad when we do stuff like this because we just be trying to get the fans what they really want. That's all. That's all we be doing. What's up, Kay? My sister Kay in the building, Miss Blackman. Let's go. In the building. Hey, Kay and Chastity look alike. Our new family member and team member on the Coach Smook Network. Chastity, I don't want to mess up her name. Do yo? I ain't gonna mess it up. Chastity make it do what they do. She part of the team now. What's up, Dalton Manning in the building? What's up, Dalton? Dalton, man, you are a character, Dalton. You funny, man. I give you that. You are a funny guy. I love you coming through, man. I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. Deron Jenkins Jr. in the mother freaking building, bro. Motherfucking Tide, boy. You don't give a piss about none. Blitz, Bama, blitz, baby. Let's go, man. Let's go. Appreciate y'all for pulling up today. All right. Coach Grubb just came forward. All right, chat. Let me do so. I'm missing it.
In practice and in games, and when it's not perfect, that we don't,
turn the music off, Jordan, please.
And
Thank you.
Fall out of love with the game when all of a sudden you're down a couple touchdowns or something. And I just thought they played so hard, and Tai was, I thought at his all-time best, in my opinion, just the way he was, his resiliency on the sideline, his mindset, just the things he was saying in between series. There just was a belief that, if I was down there playing with Tai, I would have believed like we're going to get this done. So I think that unwavering belief, and just the guys with a really, really tough start, obviously the football game, that they, knew they could move the football on these guys, had done it before, and just stuck to the plan.
Go to front left, face.
My question's similar to that one. I want to ask you more about Tai in the Oklahoma game. He obviously played better in the second half than the first half, but apart from just performance, did you also detect a different Tai in terms of the intangibles, confidence, poise, command, things like that in the second half versus the first half? And if so, where do you think that might have come from?
I did for sure. And I think, as far as where it came from, I think that there was a mindset going into the game that was embedded in Tai. And I think that it was one that you saw in the Georgia game earlier in the year and things like that, where there was a little bit of the just let it rip mentality,
right?
Not worrying so much about, what's going on around him, or, how this could affect anything else other than just playing, and obviously for a 22-year-old young man, that's a lot of pressure. And, I think he did a good job of just stay in love with the process, be in the game plan, be ready for the game, and let it keep building and adjust as you go in the game and get ready to make the play. And I just think he was in that moment. He was in the zone as far as just staying locked into the game. And I really felt like he knew that we were going to make a play, and that, we got a couple man coverage looks that we have been wanting, that we won on, and was, Lottie got it all sparked when he hit that third down on a man opportunity. And I just felt like Tai was going to be ready for that moment. That's how I felt talking to him on the headset, was just that if we got that moment, he was going to make the throw.
Q&A in the chat.
We did, and we
Question
kept
and answer
capitalizing on those moments.
With Indiana, they're kind of at the top nationally in just about every statistic you look at.
Yep.
When you watch them on film, kind of what jumps out immediately?
Really disciplined defense. They play very disciplined. They're exactly where they're supposed to be. They execute their system at a really, really high level. They tackle really well. And I think one thing I see that we've been challenging our guys on, they defeat blocks, and I wish I could tell you something way more sexy than that, but it's like, they're really good at the little stuff, and that's what you see, in good defenses, is teams that defeat blocks, run to the football, tackle well, force turnovers. They do all the little things.
Jarvis,
really,
I got
really
one.
well. That's ready for it. You'll see plenty of plays on film where it's like, this play is developing, it's got a shot, it looks like it's going to be well executed, and then they just simply defeat the block, and they win at the point of attack. And so, just a good smash mouth team that you can tell are very well coached.
Go to Joe, right middle.
Coach, I'd like to ask you about a specific play from that Oklahoma game in the fourth quarter. You're up 7, and Tai hits a 24-yarder to Germie Bernard down, basically sets up the Daniel Hill final touchdown. Just what was your perspective on the play that Germie made with that reception, Tai's confidence to deliver the ball, and just kind of anything that you noticed in particular about that play and what it did for the team?
Well, the first thing I think of is just exactly what you said, the confidence of him to throw the football. And Tai had a couple different options on that play. He didn't have to take that throw to Germie. So the fact that he chose to do that and put the ball down the field and play like that versus man coverage was, something that I thought was, just a good sign of things to come, that those two are on the same page, and the fact that he didn't overshoot the ball. Germ, obviously, he underthrew it probably obviously more than he intended.
I just asked them, do we have to
Germ
raise our
made
hand,
the
or are they
play
going
for
to
him.
have
And then
us
the other
type
part
in the
just
questions?
really, I thought, showed how in tune to the football game Tai was. That was their backup corner. We had talked about replacement players getting in there, and he went right
There
at
goes
it.
Katie.
And so I just thought it's showed a lot of savvy on Tai's part.
what have these last couple of weeks been like for you with some of the shuffling, on the offensive staff, and just what does it mean to you to have Nick get the opportunity at Michigan State?
Oh man, Nick's much more than a coworker. He's a dear friend. I mean that. He's just an absolute stud. So in this profession, you celebrate the wins for the good guys, and Nick's definitely one of them. So I think, for him, just being able to go take that next step. Nick has always been really, really good at building, and I think that's what you see with great coaches is guys that they just take steps. They just keep they develop. They stop somewhere. They're with people, they grow, and they become even better coaches. And I think that, for Coach Fitzgerald, he got a great one. So as far as for the staff, there's certainly some complications that go with those things. I would say, again, not to over-compliment Nick, but none of those complications have ever come from Nick. He has just been a total stud. If there's somebody that's up in the office as much as me, it's Nick. And he's always right there, to talk about whatever we're going through. So he's been great, and I think, his unwavering support and just even from the beginning when he first told me what was going on, one of the first things he said is, I'm here to the end, Grubb. Like, I'm not taking the job until we go win this thing. So, and that was like statement number one. And it just says a lot about his character, kind of person he is. So super excited for him.
Far side of Bill.
Coach DeBoer said going into last game that he wanted you guys on the offense to add to your identity in the running game. That's a really good defense that you guys beat against Oklahoma, and then another really good one that you're going to face in the Rose Bowl. How do you think you guys can add to your identity in the running game in the Rose Bowl?
Got to get started earlier. We got to stop doing this first quarter shenanigans, waiting to get the run game going until the second and third quarter. We're capable of doing
run the freaking ball.
Game.
I'm
we
sorry.
got good enough players. The scheme's there. We just got to execute earlier in the football game. I didn't think, that's been our problem as of late. A couple games where we've gotten off to a slow start. That has not been the case all year, but some critical games where I just didn't feel like we were ready for the physical strain early on. And the guys know that. They're up for the challenge. And I think we'll see a different football team in the first quarter at the Rose Bowl.
Play back right.
Yeah, what kind of impression have the early enrollees made for you this week in practice, specifically, maybe Jed at quarterback?
None really yet. Great guys. They really honestly haven't done anything yet. They've been out running around. I know Sedarian's been doing an awesome job over on the scout team for the defense, which is really cool. I know we got a couple of the young defensive players over with us, so I'm actually getting a better look at those guys than the offensive guys. And Jet played a little bit of catch last night. He really just got here, and so did Mac. So nothing yet, but just excited. It's kind of really a cool entry point for these guys.
Players started showing up
Alabama
last week.
We're on a playoff run. We're going to the Rose Bowl. I think, in their mind, I would think this is everything they signed up for. Is this is what they want it to look like when they're in those seats.
We do have time for one last question.
Yep.
Zoom, it'd be Katie Wyndham. Katie, go ahead. Next question.
Yeah, hey coach, just what did you like about Ty's decision making against Oklahoma and really the whole offense and taking care of the ball, and how important is that going to be against an Indiana defense that's been pretty tough to score on this year?
Yeah, the turnover margin obviously was something that we harped on. That was we felt like that was the reason we lost the game the first time to Oklahoma, and so it was a huge point of emphasis for us. And honestly, I still didn't think we did a good enough job. The ball was on the ground a couple times that it shouldn't have been. And so, we just always say there's blood in the water when people see that.
See that boy
So
hand raised, right?
Indiana's watching that. They're good at getting the ball out. So we're putting a ton of emphasis on that as usual at practice. And so for us right now, I think that when you play tight football games in the playoffs and good defenses like this, we got to take care of the ball. We got to be careful with our decision making.
Run the votes up in the chat, y'all.
We just tell them to
run the votes up in the chat. Do you approve of Coach Grubb's coaching job this season? Let's get 40 votes on that.
You bet.
They will be joined by
Who's up next? Are they muted? Mr. McNair, Kirk McNair. All right, turn the music back up, Jordan. All right, so in the chat, do you all approve of Coach Grubb's coaching job this season? I'm going to give my answer. I will say yes to a certain extent. right? My dig or my negative on Coach Grubb's coaching job this season. Got the whiteboard up here. I got to move that. Why ain't nobody saying nothing? I forgot I had the whiteboard up. I will say to a certain extent, he has done a good job. It's the player, it's personnel mismanagement for me. That's what it is. All right, here we go. Got Tai Simpson, y'all.
Yeah, Tyler, Coach Sheridan getting an OC job. Just what has he meant to you, and how happy are you that he's kind of sticking it out with you guys through the playoffs?
Certainly very proud of Coach Sheridan and what he's doing for himself and his brand and his career. He told us as quarterbacks, right? Like, he wants to call plays, and then going back to Michigan, of course, like with his family is very, very important to him.
Yep.
So just super proud of everything that he's done. And, he's very important to me, not only as a coach, but as a player and a person. Just because, somebody who I can always come
Hey,
talk
JC,
to, whether,
it
about
ain't the
football
old
or
line, though.
life in
You almost
general.
happy to the last,
Super
that
happy
last
for him
part.
and his family, and it means a lot to me and my career.
Joe in the middle of the room.
Ty, I want to take you back to the Oklahoma game and ask you about a specific play. In the fourth quarter, you hit Germie down the sideline that set up the Daniel Hill final touchdown. I just want to know maybe your perspective on that play. What one was it an RPO, and what did you see? What gave you confidence to throw to Germie, and then Germie making the play, making the catch over the guy's head?
Yeah, how can I forget that play? So it was a RPO type play, right? There was a play before that actually we ran a similar type play, and they had 1-on-1 with Ryan going the other way. And we came back to the sideline and we were like, hey, if we get another 1-on-1 chance, like, just, hear me out, or whatever. And so sure enough, right, like same type, similar play, bring a motion in. And
what are you talking about?
One, knew the corner was who the corner was. And, I wanted to give German a chance and knew the down distance and where we were on the field. So
It ain't on the O-line. I'll explain that
go
after
get
the
it right. And German, outstanding play. Nothing
Hey, get his
that
comments off.
I didn't
He
expect
might
him to
make his
do.
fist.
Probably should
Frustrating,
have thrown him a better ball. But like big time players make big time plays in big time games.
Nick on the far right.
Coach Grubb mentioned that he saw you have the kind of let it rip mentality, and that led to a lot of success in the Oklahoma game. How do you continue that and make sure that you bring that to the Rose Bowl?
I think one, it starts with just kind of the not caring mentality. I talked about after the game about how everybody just kind of wrote us off, me included, and it made me feel some type of way. And so thank you guys, thank the media. It's kind of the same mentality going in.
Tell them again,
nobody
Ty.
expected us to make it to the Rose
You're
Bowl.
welcome.
Nobody expected us to make it to the playoffs. So it's kind of the same thing, right? Like just forget the world. It's all about Alabama, and so that's the mindset going in, and it's going to be the mindset forever, forevermore.
Go to Will on the far left side.
Obviously, a lot of storylines going into this game, but you're one of the guys that's been there before. What do you remember about the last trip to the Rose Bowl, and how have you come along this season to help you be ready for this one?
Yeah, first off, right, like growing up, playing in the Rose Bowl is a dream come true. It's such an honor because of the big time game and the implications. But I was talking to Terrion and Patrick Surtain on their podcast about this game, and just remembering one, how it started, right? Like I think Caleb got a pick, or something like that, something to where like the momentum had shifted. And there were just key plays in the game to where we could have put the game away, but we didn't. And I remember, that last play and we getting stopped, and how, Michigan rushed the field or whatever, and how we felt in the locker room, and just telling myself like, hey, if we ever got, this place again, to making sure that I do everything I can to make sure we don't feel that way. And that's kind of the mindset going in of, making sure that I'm crossing every T and dotting every I, of doing what I can to
play call. That's it. Run it
like I've never won, and perform like I've never
run
lost. So that's kind of
sometimes you just line up and run it.
in, and understanding that I understand the 1,000th.
I know something. If this girl come back on, raise her hand after me, and get called, I know
Alabama,
something.
and is moving on with the season. So
Go to Jamie in the back right.
Hey, Ty. So Indiana's undefeated, playing in the biggest game in school history. Does that add pressure for you, or does it make it more like ready to seize the moment?
yeah, I think if anything, it's more exciting. You know, Indiana is a really, really, really good team. Like, I'm very impressed with what they're doing on film, what they've done throughout the season. Their defense, how disciplined they are and what they do. And it just honestly makes, you know, the stakes bigger, right? Like, you know, #1 team in the country, 13-0 Big Ten champions, got the Heisman Trophy winner. You know, got one of the best third down defenses in the country. So, you know, being able to go out there and play and perform and be a competitor is all you can ask for. So, you know, the team's super excited and the guys are, you know, just ecstatic to be there.
Chase front left.
Do you know Fernando Mendoza from camp travels or anything of that sort? And if so, what's that relationship like?
Yeah, I do not know Fernando. I do know people who do know him, and they say all great things about him, just not only as a player, but as a person. You know, watch his interviews and just very, you know, very impressed with what he says and what he does.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did we lose signal? Kirk's still moving. Turn the music on for a little bit, Jordan. Kirk's still up there moving. Y'all see Kirk moving up top, right? With my mouse at. Kirk's still moving. All right, while we wait for that to come back on, let's go back to Dino comment. I get you on that, Dino. But no matter how good of a play caller he was, let's get his comment on the screen about the his expectations, right? As good as the oh my God, the interview. Oh my God. Kirk, what you doing, sir? Fix your glasses, Kirk. There we go. We back. Now we just gotta get audio. Ty's done. But I gotta say no, but could be because I was convinced of him being the best offensive mind in college. So due to my high expectations, no. All right, I get that. Now that I reread it, I get that. But at the same time, I did ask for your opinion. But if you look at what Alabama has done in his first year, I don't care what you do. You can have a #1 rated offense from the year before, right? Personnel wise. If you get that same personnel back the next season with a different coordinator, there's a good chance that offense won't perform the same.
Yeah, it looked like you got a
It's just nature.
special delivery from Randy Moss. Tell us about that and what that was like to get that.
Yeah, I mean, it was a dope moment, man. I didn't expect that to come. After we lifted, the other day, I was like, we got a present for Unc here. I'm like, what's the present? Like, we just got done lifting, we all sweaty and stuff, and like he presented me the glove, so it was cool to share that moment with my teammates.
Will, far left.
Obviously at Washington, you guys won the Pac-12 because of the geography of the old playoff format. Didn't get to go to the Rose Bowl. What is it going to mean to you to step on that field in this setting and with this team?
Oh man, I think it's a great opportunity for this team to be able to be back at a place that, you know, they lost 2 years ago. To have this opportunity to, you know, play again in a historic game and you know, just make
you part of the team now, bro.
So I mean, everybody's excited for this game.
Go to Joe, right in the middle of the row.
Nick said set me up here, but I'd like to ask you about that play in the fourth quarter, just kind of your perspective going up over the defensive back, maybe Ty's confidence in you to throw the football, kind of what that meant to you and maybe what you remember from that play.
Yeah, we kind of harped on taking more downfield shots, you know, preparing for the Oklahoma game. We knew that we were kind of missing that in our offense. We had guys like Latier and Isaiah Brooks that made great plays down the field. That really helped us in our game. And then I was just one-on-one coverage. Tai, he's been playing good all night. He trusted me, and then it was just me going up to make a play. You know, regardless of, you know, where the ball placement was, I knew I had to, you know, make a play in that critical moment. And, you know, I just couldn't let Ty down for, you know, he trusted me
to play
that one-on-one ball, so I couldn't let him down in that moment.
Put that comment up.
Back right.
Yeah, what has Sedarian Morgan shown you in these first couple of days of practice as an early enrollee and just as a veteran? What advice do you have for him?
Man, he's gonna be a great player here. I'm excited to watch his growth and how he is going to succeed. He's a big receiver, obviously. He listens very well. He takes coaching.
That's our
He's eager
Jeremiah
to
Smith.
learn. He's been really, really good, giving our guys on scout team a look. And so, I mean, it's exciting to see a guy like that come in early. It really helped me.
Start this comment.
In the long
This is
run,
what
and
I
I
be
think it's
talking about.
gonna
Y'all just
help
be
him even
saying
more
stuff
elevate
like
his game. So I'm excited to see his growth.
I get back to you.
The Zoom, go ahead, Katie. Question.
Ty thanked us after the game, the media for kind of doubting and giving them an opportunity to prove us wrong. Is that something this team relishes, is the opportunity to prove people wrong, especially now as you face the #1 team in the country?
Not necessarily. We're always just focused on us and playing our best game. But it obviously it adds an extra
I ain't even gonna raise my
fuel to
hand.
our fire, knowing that everybody is down us and nobody wants to see. We put that in work harder.
Question stating up back left there.
Coach Grubb talked just about Ty's mentality with you guys going down 17. What was it like for you, for the entire offense, to kind of see the way he led in that moment?
Yeah, so I mean, Ty is a great leader for just this whole team, not just for the offense, but for him to lead the right way and have the right energy on the sideline, continue to encourage guys to continue to push forward through their adversity. We need that from our leader, from
That's it
a
right
key
there.
piece,
That's it right there, Kenny.
of our offense. It doesn't really, the offense doesn't really go unless he goes. So it was just great for him to have that energy on the sideline because it just made everybody else go as well.
Finish up with Nick here on the front right.
Nick
Yeah,
Kelly.
one more question about the catch. How many guys have you mossed like that in your career?
I made a few cool catches within my career, but that definitely is.
Bro, you don't got to
at the
write in
top.
all caps.
And, to be able to
you
do
don't
that,
you don't have to you don't have to type in all caps, JC. That's a rule. If you read descriptions and you come on a page, you don't got to write in all caps. And it's even more agitating when you write in all caps and you write an essay. So try again. What's this? That's the very stable internet access that we get off the Alabama internets, man. You got 40,000 people trying to be on one tower, man. 60 million to be exact. If we being real. Hey, that was Germie Bernard, y'all. All right, go give me that comment. I want to respond to this comment by Debut. We got Park up. Took too long. Let's get back.
Good chance that I'll be back sooner than what people usually are back by. I mean, obviously fighting through injuries is tough, but they did a really good job of just like helping me through that process, mentally as well.
That boy got a fro.
Just figuring out how I'll be able to go by Saturday.
Far left, Will.
What's your impression of just being on this stage and having the opportunity to play in this game after you guys have had so many critical games in this recent stretch? How do you feel this team's mentality is?
I got
How
it.
ready do you
I can
feel
fix you.
that this team is to play in the Rose Bowl?
Thank you, Zach.
I feel like we're ready to go. I feel like this team is a team of
You can't follow the
fighters.
rules and get your sorry butt out.
And to answer
You ain't
the
even
Rose
got
Bowl
a
question,
wristband.
I'm from the West Coast, kinda. I'm from Arizona, so being from out there, it's always been a dream to play in the Rose Bowl. So I mean, I'm excited for this.
Goofy.
Joe, right in the middle of the room.
Mark, I've been asking everybody about the Germie Bernard Moss catch in the fourth quarter. Obviously, on an RPO, it's tough for an offensive lineman to see what happens down the field. When did you realize that Ty did take that shot? And when did you kind of were able to grasp the impressiveness of Germie's catch? And what did that do for y'all as an offense?
I mean, what it did for us, it turned us up. It got us fired up. But yeah, so I was blocking my guy, right? And then, I didn't even know what really happened, to be honest. I just seen Germ with the ball down the field, and the ball kind of came out, so I'm running to the ball, and I don't really know what happened. The ref called it a complete catch, and then, that was that.
What kind of advice have you given to Chris Booker as an early enrollee, and just what has he shown you in these first couple of days of practice?
I mean, I haven't had too many opportunities to talk to him, but I mean, from what I pretty much told him was just, you know, like coming in as a freshman, it's a lot. Like it's a big transition. Obviously, just being able to keep your head down and putting to work every single day is a big thing that has helped me.
All right, chat. I ain't turning it back up till we get up to 55 likes, man. 55 likes. Turn the music on, Jordan. Everybody in the chat right now, run the likes up. I'm not turning the volume back up. Y'all missing questions right now. I could go back and play it back. It's being recorded. I'm gonna have a copy on mine, and it'll be posted for y'all on the page. But we need them likes if y'all want to hear more. We can just sit here. Y'all gotta support the content, man. We've been doing such a great job hitting goals. There's no reason to slack up now. Y'all been working hard to promote this content, man. I'm telling y'all, this is one of them things, man. We at a special space in this content creation world. Let's go run them likes up. Run them likes up. We had a special space as a community. So many people circling back. They want to interact. They want to be a part of it, but they said so much stupid stuff when they call themselves leaving the community that it's hard for them to come back. They think, you know, that we want more drama. We don't want drama. We just want our likes. That's it.
Blogs, all that. So I mean, just being able to outstrain him and you know, being able to go essentially harder than he can is basically my goal. Appreciate that.
All right, that's it for Parker. That's it for Parker. Parker, Mr. Parker. Y'all give it up for Parker Brailsford, man. Best center in the nation. People don't even know he's been playing through injuries. He's not hurt. He was injured since week 7. We talked about it in week 7, I believe, the Missouri game. It was either Missouri or Vanderbilt, one of those games where he re-injured an injury, and he's been playing through it. Still going to be a first-round draft pick. This is the only place where you can get this information for free, right? And the thing is, you getting it for free, but you can wait for it. This is live. Y'all know this is live, right? This is happening, like actually happening right now. Everybody else going to post it afterwards. They're going to cut out what they want to cut out. That way they can write whatever narratives they can write to the interviews and get people talking before the footage is posted. Now, hey, Crimson Tide on YouTube, I think they are streaming it too, but luckily there are no rights to this, so we get to stream it also. 73 people in the chat and 49 likes. What kind of ratios are that, man? What are other? We got 74 people in the chat, 49 likes. What other 21 likes at? Come on, y'all, hit the like button. Parker is awesome. He's a great asset to the team, and just since he's shown up, you know, you had quote unquote people that think that I don't know football tell me that Parker wouldn't be able to be effective in the SEC. You know, sometimes mechanics and technique outweigh size and brute strength, right? That's what it is. I'm seeing 50. Come on, y'all. Facts. Come on, mods. Where my mods at? I appreciate my mods for jumping in. Let's go, Joe Frock. What's good, man? Good to see you in the chat, my boy. Roll Tide, man. Good to see you, my boy. Good to see you, Joe Frock. What the frock is going on, Joe? Hell yeah, it does. Facts, man. Y'all know how we do, bro. Like, I don't care about being different. It was this weirdo from Kangaroo Black's community, and the only reason I'm saying it because I know they being sent. It was this weirdo named Mario in my comments. If y'all go look at the comments, you know, people act like they ain't talking about me, but I know this because I push against the grain. I'm going to push against the envelope. Media is not top flight security. This is not security clearance type stuff. It didn't matter if somebody snuck in and heard everything had a robotic fly on the wall and was putting all the information out. That's what media industry is. What information can you project and create a narrative around it to get people attracted to it? That's what media is. So when schools try to act like they want to gatekeep or do things to keep people out, I find a different way in. You the SID, nobody even knows who you are unless they go on the website. I'm gonna just get a conversation with your defensive back coach or your assistant defensive coordinator. Get in real good with him. Michael Casagrande in here, y'all. AL.com. Let me see if I could send Mike a message. I respect Michael Casagrande, man. I respect Mike. Let me see chat. All right. Let me see. I'm gonna try to send Mike a message. Y'all, let me write Mike real quick. Hold on. Hit that like button. Katrina, tell them. Hey, as a matter of fact, while we waiting, shout out to Walk-Ons, man, for sponsoring us on this Smook Scoop today. They also sponsor our call-in segment. We'll also be announcing a new sponsor. We got a barbershop on ready to support the Coach Smook Network and help us grow. So shout out to Walk-Ons. And if you're not a member, don't forget, tomorrow's defensive interviews will be members only. So think about becoming a member of the AAA family. Here we go. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
When you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
At Walk-Ons Sports Bistro, the games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk-Ons Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites, Walk-Ons is your go-to for good times, craft beer and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages. From melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online or in the app. Walk-Ons Sports Bistro. Game on.
Let me in the game, Coach Smook. Let me in the game, Coach Smook.
Let's roll with the tide. Leandre Gottete. Ride! Ride!
All right, we got our interviews back up. Jan Miller up now.
You guys can make an impact in the early stages of the game.
Oh, it's all about preparation. You know, it all started off in practice, you know, just building a relationship with the online, you know, just working with each other, you know, just to get that running game going.
Joe, middle of the room.
You said it's all about preparation. What do you see in your preparation in this Indiana front? I believe they're top 3 in the nation in rush defense.
You know, Indiana, they a great team. You know, watching their film, you know, they hardly make any mistakes. You know, so preparation is going to be a big thing during this game. You know, it's all about who could do their job the best.
Far right, Charlie.
Jam hate interviews, y'all.
Missed some time because of injury. Just how are you feeling, and how good was it to get back on the field for the team?
You know, all the injuries, I'm good now, 100% healthy. You know, just be able to be in the game with the team now. You know, it's always a great feeling. You just being with the brothers.
Far right, stay on the far right with Nick.
Yeah, see, he lost a lot of that mass he had at
What
the
do you
end of the
remember
season.
from that Rose Bowl 2 years ago?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody know that was a bad feeling. You know, we was right there, but you know, everything happened for a reason. You know, and now we get a second chance to go out there and just prove everybody wrong.
Left over to Chase.
Just getting back to how you're feeling physically a little bit. What did the week off ahead before the Oklahoma game do for you?
You know, everybody know we got a great training staff here. You know, so I did a lot of training. You know, just getting my body ready. You know, just getting ready to prepare for that game.
Do you have a question from the Zoom? Let's go to Zoom. We'll take a question from Colin Gay. Go ahead, Colin, when you're ready.
Hey, Jam. Obviously, this is the first time that Alabama has ever faced Indiana. I mean, what's kind of the impression of, you know, Indiana from afar, or kind of the battle between the SEC, the Big Ten, things like that?
You know, it ain't really no difference. You know, it's a whole nother team. You know, everybody's there. You know, they do the same thing we do. You know, we eat, sleep, breathe. You know, it's just a whole nother opponent in our way.
Finish off here on the front right with Nick.
Yeah, I should ask that question a better way. What can you take from that Rose Bowl experience to help you the second time around?
You know, just better preparation. You know, to be able to execute. You know, just everybody go out there and just do everything 110% instead of 100%.
Talking about Colin Gay?
Gotta
He sound
be our
different.
opponent at the end of the day.
He was on Zoom, so he did sound
Thank
a little
you.
different. Yeah, he did sound a little different. Give it up for the Alabama Crimson Tide, man, and they're freaking our players and coaches stepping up and providing us some feedback from how they feel going into this game. No particulars, you know, revealed today. No particulars revealed today, but I do have some things to report from practice. In today's practice, you saw for the first time since week 6, you saw the starting group, full starting offensive line, and Jaden Roberts, Michael Carroll, and I say Jaden to start it off because he was out there with the ones. At right guard, right tackle was Michael Carroll, center Parker Brailsford, left guard Cam Dewberry, left tackle Caden Proctor. Sort of seeing a lot of the game planning and things going up. We can expect to see a lot more reps. I saw somebody in the chat talking about Latsier Brooks. It seems as if they're inclined to kind of push more reps to him, more designed space eating plays to him. And I think that benefits Ryan Williams on the aspect of if you can target him 6 times in the game and 4 of those targets are literally plays designed for him, right? Give him one play a quarter, one snap a quarter where he gets a chance to win, right? And that lessens the opportunities for him to drop the ball. That lessens the opportunity for him to, you know, waste reps or be a non-decoyable decoy, right? So that's going to be good hearing those reports with Latsier Brooks getting those reps, but also getting pushed up into that wide receiver rotation and going to see some more meaningful minutes. Rico Scott, Cole Adams, those are names that we're hearing are just steady guys when you're talking about game planning, getting the reps with the ones as far as spot reps. They're doing situational things in certain periods of practice where they're calling a random guy from that group and sending them in. Kevin Riley's back healthy 100%. AK Deere, Jam Miller, and Daniel Hill all looking poised to give us a solid running back rotation. One thing I do want to say on top of that, in order for that running back room to really have some impact, I think we're going to have to run the ball 25 times. We're not breaking down the game, but it kind of that's putting some context around why it's important for all 4 backs to be healthy, because we've seen Grubb doesn't call, or the rotation doesn't set to where a guy's going to carry the ball 3 or 4 times in a row. That's just not how they've done it. I don't think they're going to change it up going into this game. With us trying to make Indiana be the more physical team, or see if they are the more physical team, you're going to need running style like Daniel Hill, like Jam Miller, those guys that don't necessarily get shifty, but when they get behind their pass, they're effective. If they're not hesitant in how they run, if they're intentional in their run, they'll be effective against Indiana. And then on the defensive side, not much shuffling around. Getting LT Overton is huge. Keon Keeley is still there. Jordan Renard is still there. So that rotation at the bandit position, we might see the same quality of growth and depth from that bandit position that we're seeing from the Wolf position. When Quay Russo had to miss all that time, Justin Hill, Noah Carter, and most of all, Yanzi Pierre have emerged at that position with getting real live reps, and their natural skill sets, coupled with the development factor, guys developing and, taking on good constructive criticism in their coaching and their development. It has helped these guys be impactful rotational players. So coming into this game 100% healthy is probably the best state you can hear from Alabama as far as the team being prepared. Mentality wise, this is the Rose Bowl. This is not, a lot of these guys have been in big games, up until this point. The fact that it's at a neutral site helps us with the crowd factor. Everything's kind of neutral. That's why I call it a neutral site. Crowd factor shouldn't affect us. We have to travel a similar, same distance as Indiana. So there's no technicalities or disadvantages that you can really put out there and say that Alabama should not take advantage of this opportunity to out-athlete a team that I think across the board, even though they may be physical and play quality team defense, right? They play great team defense. I don't think they have the team speed to match up with us for 4 quarters. I don't think up front they have the depth, because Indiana's front did not put a lot of pressure or did not do a great job in containing Ohio State's run game. I think Ohio State got away from the run game, or the style of run game that they were having success from. Who's the defensive coordinator for Kirk Cignetti over at Indiana? I forget the gentleman's name, but I didn't see him make many adjustments. They went to a lot more hard zone coverages, right? Just disciplined zone coverages, guys. Just trusting the flow of what the defense, what's happening in front of them. So offensively, we have to be ready to run that ball. We have to be ready to run that ball and attack that front 4. They're okay with containing the run with 4. They'll have their auxiliary guys, the second level guys, Phil. They're very, Bryant Haynes, appreciate that, Josh. But they're very, very efficient in team defense. And I think that's it, chat. I think that's it for the post-practice report, the Smook Scoop. You all see the news about Cam Howard, transferring. I told you all earlier in the season, I think he had left the team. He had already removed himself from the team. Hadn't seen him in any warm-ups, any practices. I mean, it's not hard to miss guys in that secondary room when they're not there. It's not hard to notice that they're not there. So Cam Howard hitting the portal, not a loss for Bama. I think it kind of just opens up more space for what we have coming in. Jara Edwards was coming in. I don't think there was going to be any near future for Cam Howard at the University of Alabama to be on the field and be a player. So, or impact the game. 85 people in the chat, only 59 likes. What are we doing today, man? Y'all don't rock with me for real? Y'all don't rock with me? Y'all just want to pull up here and see if I'm going to tell a lie and get people and tell folks wrong information so y'all can go on Twitter and talk about it? Come on, man. Y'all got to show some love. It's likes we talking about. We talking about likes. Not talking about super chats. We talking about likes. We talking about likes. We talking about likes, chat. AAA family, we talking about likes. They free. Likes. We talking about likes. Come on, man. Gotta be crazy, man. Hey, y'all. Appreciate y'all for being here for the show. Much love. Y'all like that Allen Iverson reference. That was a good act. That was a good acting job, huh? Reenactment. We talking about likes, not super chats. We talking about likes. Listen, thank y'all for being here today and tapping in with the Smook Scoop. I appreciate y'all for doing what y'all do. Later on today, I might be able to do it live tonight. And I just want to open it up. I want to put a link in the chat. I want to have basically, we're bringing the Boom Boom Room live. If y'all remember the Boom Boom Room days, all my community members, all it was everybody get in Discord and we just talked everything about being a fan of Alabama football. And there's no telling where those conversations go. So I want to create that live. We have some stipulations. I'm gonna need about 8 people from the community to jump on and jump in the Boom Boom Room. You have to have a badge, you have to have a membership, right? And just come in. You don't have to be on camera, right? You can set your profile picture up or I'm gonna bring my producers on screen real quick just to show y'all. Y'all don't come off mute. Y'all don't have to come off mute. I'm gonna show y'all how it's gonna look. Something similar to this. So when we do the Boom Boom Room tonight, everybody, I think we can have 12 people on stage. I want 8 people. That'll be 8. We got space for 8. Me and my 3 producers, and then 8 AAA members to come on, and we'll set it up to where we have a graphic in the middle, make it look nice. And when y'all talk, it'll light up, let everybody know who talking. And I want to create some clips and some memories off of this type of stuff, y'all. I want us to do this because we're a community-based channel. We really support our community. Every move I make when it comes to stepping on campus, I feel like I'm going on a crash out mission for the community because y'all just don't know the type of danger I be putting my career in with giving y'all some of this information. Even having y'all tapped into that media press conference. Luckily, it's one of those things that's publicly being portrayed because 2 years ago, Alabama wouldn't let you do that. And if you did, they would try their best to gatekeep you and keep you from being around the organization. So I appreciate you. When you look at it a little deeper into their success, they are not as great as people make them. For example, Scrubs, they ran for 250, 300 yards, but against people like Ohio State, Iowa, it was 100. Facts. But not only that, look at the defense. Look at the offenses that they faced this season. I don't want to get into the breakdown, Jonathan. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. You almost pulled me. You almost got me. You almost got me, Jonathan. You almost got me that time. You almost got me, my boy. And I almost got it right into my notes. I'm saving it. I'm saving it for Monday. Y'all not going to get me this time. I'm saving it for the Monday morning call-in show. So if you want to hear the breakdown, you want to be a part of that conversation, show up Monday morning, 8 a.m. sharp. We will be live doing our coverage and our reporting, our morning show, call-in show and everything for the Alabama versus Indiana. Y'all tried, Glenn. Yeah, I see you. You smart, boy. You smart. Y'all smart. Y'all tried it. But with that being said, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, showing mad love to the Coach Smook Network. Remember, y'all, support our sponsors, Walk-Ons, Sports, Bistro. We got Yon, Urban Streetwear and Apparel. We have Got One Recruiting app. This is a recruiting hub for all of our high school prospects that want to get true evaluation and have their film and their tape pushed out to the right spots. Not just throw it out there and say, here go coaches, but actually send it. Hey, UTEP, I got a prospect out of Fort Mitchell, Alabama. He goes to West County High School. He's not a P4 talent, but I think with growth and that type of stuff, you have scouts across the nation that's joining this team. Verified coaches, former coaches, current player personnel, staff, recruit members. Like all of that is joining this network. We're growing. It's growing like a wildfire. Yours truly, Chastity and Xander and Halltech Sports have taken the spearhead of this, and we're not scared. We're not scared. 247 Rivals on 3. Watch out. We're coming. We're coming. We're going to see you all, and we can't wait to work with y'all and try to get that information that y'all don't want to put out there. Let us do it. We'll be the crash dummies for the recruiting world. And we just confident in our product. So shout out to Got One. Shout out to Helping Hands LLC. Shout out to Men of Standard Executive Security. And most of all, the most important sponsors and supporters of this channel, you, the AAA family. I appreciate you all for your support and your love. And remember, when you see me in the streets, holla at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I love y'all, and y'all have a blessed one. Roll Tide. Roll.
look me up on YouTube. True cut, straight from the stone. Ain't no selling their retails, I'm exposing what they want. Alabama football, yeah, I live it, yeah, I breathe it. From the streets to the bleachers, every angle, yeah, I see it, film, study, so militant. I ain't guessing a thing. Break it down, every snap is like a coach of the team. Authenticity above all, that's where I stand. If you ain't a real fan, you'll fail with the fan. They tried to box me in, and I keep it though off the frame. Turn the pressure into power, put my stamp on the game. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, Mook, that's what they saying. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, that's what they saying.
Players and the staff are pulling up right now for today's scrimmage. Coach David Ballou in the front. Y'all can see everybody pulling up, man. And boys over there, look at Deontay.
Hey, y'all, I'm walking out of Walmart. Check, what's your name, bro? Man, my name Michael McKinney, man. I'm a true Alabama fan, and this man does a good job on his podcast.
What's up, bro?
Reviewing Alabama football. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate
Roll
that, bro.
Tide.
Roll Tide, man.
Let's roll with the Tide. Ride! Ride! Let's roll with the Tide. Ride! Ride!